Hello, bonjour, je m'appelle Kevin, I'm Kevin, and today we're going to be talking about
Eiling GU,
the skier. The reason I kind of wanted to do this was I'm not sure if I liked her. And so I read a couple articles, I listened to a podcast, I looked at her IMG Model profile page, and I have made my decision, and I got a hold of Google Doc to tell us about it. All right, let's start who Eileen GU is. Basically, Eileen GU is a student at Stanford. Very, very amazing for her. Truly, truly remarkable accomplishment. But it's probably like her third best thing she's done, which is redonkadonk. But she's also a model. Yeah, she's a model. And we can talk about her modeling right now. I went to her IMG Model profile. It does give some insight onto who Eileen GU is. She has striking features. She has an elegant style. And she works with everybody. She's done the Louis Vuitton event at the Louvre. The Louvre. Big museum, they got robbed. Security sucks there. Yeah, no shit, she did that. She could have just walked on the runway with that security. She's also done stuff at New York Fashion Week and the Met Gala. I wonder what she did at the Met Gala. Did she just go for dinner? It's a little dinner party at the Met Gala. And she's also been on the Chinese versions of Elle. Don't know what that is. Marie Claire. Feels a little more familiar. And Vogue. Do know what that is. And that's big time. We'll go into her accomplishments as a skier. She's the 2026 gold medal winner in the half pipe. And I think that's the one, where it's like that shaped. And you kind of go down the mountain and do tricks. She's a trickster. So she won gold in the half pipe in 2026. And she won silver in the big air and slope style. In 2022, she won 2 gold medals. I think in the half pipe and big air. And then 1 silver in the slope style. She's winning golds and silvers left and right. She has 2 golds in the world championship and 1 bronze. She's winning medals left and right, sorry. The Winter X Games, she has 3 golds and 1 bronze. No silvers again. Good for her. She's winning a fuck ton. In the Winter Youth Olympics, 2 golds and 1 silver. There we go. Back with the silver. And also, I put a question mark because I'm not sure how this works. She's the torchbearer at 2026 Olympic Games. That makes sense. And 2024, she's a skier. Why are we doing it during the summer? So she's a very decorated modeler. She is a very decorated skier, a trickster, and she has a fuck ton of sponsorship. So the Trickster has sponsorships with Red Bull. Delicious energy drink. Celsius or Red Bull, those are my 2 favorites. Which one do you prefer? You gotta answer one. Leave a comment for that. In a separate comment, do you prefer any other ones? I had a C4 the other day. Pretty good. Tiffany & Company, I'm pretty sure that's a jewelry brand. Victoria's Secret underwear company. That's an underwear company. The Trickster is modeling for an underwear company. The IWC watch company. Cadillac in China. That's an American brand. Just got an F1 team. They're not very good, but you win some, you lose some, I guess, and they're winning the Chinese market, not the F1 market. And then Luckin Coffee reported by multiple sources that she made around $23 million in 2025. Good for her. Let's fucking go. She scored a 1560 on her SAT. That's fucking crazy. The Trickster is also a member of the sorority Kappa Kappa Gamma. She said fucks with distance run. She fucks with distance running. That's a crazy way of describing that I did. It said she fucks with distance running. I mean, I gotta get into running, so maybe I'll try to be like Eiling GU. I actually do want to get into running. And is it all performative? Yes, because I want to be that friend that wakes up at an ungodly hour, gets back from a run, and goes, "Wake up, sleepyheads." She's multilingual, and guess what she speaks? Mandarin. What's the other one? Cantonese. Unfortunately, I don't know if she knows Cantonese. And then she also speaks English. She has the best major, international relations at Stanford. Now, some places have said she's an international studies major. Personally, I'm an international studies major. And I took a class. The teacher was very adamant on these are not the same thing. I think my teacher or professor just disagreed with how it was taught at the school, I'll be completely honest. Spent her 18th B-day on a yacht in Dubai. That's sick. That's unreal. Spent my 18th birthday having a barbecue in my backyard, my parents' backyard. We got other deals in China. Estee Lauder the People's Insurance Company of China, Kohler. What the fuck is Kohler doing in China? Hold up, I'm going to fact check this. Okay, I do think it is the same Kohler. Kohler is a major player in China's sanitary ware market with 13 factories and 18.5% market share of 2023. That's pretty good. And this is according to Gemini AI overview from Google. We also got Bank of China, China Mobile, and China Unicom. We got to talk about her family. From what I've heard, she talks a lot about her family, and her family is very important. Sadly, her grandma, Feng Guzhen, passed away recently, so condolences to her and her family for those unfortunate circumstances. And her daughter, Yang GU, she studied everywhere. So Eileen GU's grandfather, Yang GU's father, he was a Chinese government official. According to his obituary, the most decorated chief electrical engineer of Ministry of Housing and Urban Rural Development of China. I would assume he's pretty high up. It's time. We're gonna talk about Eileen GU in China. I read 3 articles. One of them is by John Branch of the New York Times. Eileen GU is trying to soar over the geopolitical divide. This one was the most central view on the whole situation.
It corks an icy 22-foot U-shaped snow structure, he said. That's not political. It's pushing the human limit and connecting people.
Do I agree with this? Yes and no. She is connecting people. That's kind of the goal of sports. Like, the goal of the Olympics is kind of be like, okay, I know we have so many differences. Let's just have a nice, friendly competition. But, like, it is political. And then Branch went on to describe her as such dualities define her. Is she a skier or a supermodel? Yeah, she's a trickster. A goofy teenager that's supporting my claim that she's a trickster or a global icon. Important to note, this article was written in 2022. Is she Chinese or American? Can she be all these things to all people? Can the only conversations about her stance pertain to ski slopes and runways, not politics and human rights? I think these are really actually interesting questions. My view on it is she's going to be asked these questions. I think these are all consequences of her decision, and she's handled it pretty well. It's very like PR trained. It's very media trained. I'm not going to give you a clear answer because I'm in the middle of the disagreements between the 2 largest nations in the world. The one part of this article that was very anti-China, and it's from the New York Times, it's from an American company, so it kind of makes sense. It talks about Chloe Zhao, who apparently is a director, and she made some comments, and a lot of her films are not being shown in China. It does kind of show the more authoritarian side. I bring this up because also it shows the danger if Eileen GU does not properly handle this situation. Her support agent, Tom Yaps. Yo, it's Yapper and the Trickster. Tom Yaps admitted that the concern was over how the story would be interpreted in China. I mean, fair. There's definitely concerns of that. There has to be. She also said about certain actions of the Chinese government. I'll pass. There's no need to be divisive. I think everything I do is about inclusivity, and it's all about making everyone feel as connected as possible. That kind of summarizes her response to, like, these questions and what kind of answers she's willing to put out there. I do say that she should expect these questions, and it's fair for her to be asked these questions, but it's also fair to respond like that. I think that's probably the correct response, especially in the position that she's in. The other one was by Dan Wetzel, ESPN. Eileen GU's all-American choice to ski for China. This one is her as an athlete rather than her as a geopolitical figure, which she is. One thing I have in here from it was, to be clear, GU broke no rules by switching to China at age 15. Nation choosing can be awkward. It's not uncommon. Team USA includes a bobsledder who previously competed in 3 Olympics. For Canada, in soccer, the US men's national team, like most national federations, actively recruits foreign-born dual nationals to play in their squad. I think she can compete for China. She's Chinese. It's more just switching from America to China. It's like bigger than switching from Canada to the United States. They're not the same. You know, it's using a generalization, which is true. This one is very pro Ailing. The hidden government funding of China's American-born Olympic star. This one was the most harsh, and it was written by Rachel Bachman. Not very girl's girl of her. In total, Beijing's sports bureau is set to pay GU and Zhu, I don't know who that is, $14 million over the past 3 years. Just get that money, bitch. Get that money. And then go. Get that money. Get that money. Bachman says the records were deleted from budget soon after they emerged, but not before they spurred surprise and criticism from the Chinese public at the time. This article, its main purpose was to bring forward the secrecy. Now, a lot of people are saying she got offered dual citizenship. That's not necessarily true. I've heard it's unclear. So that's kind of an interesting point. Like, there is a lot of secrecy in this whole exchange. It's fair criticism. I don't really know what to gather from that. I think it's an interesting and then should be pointed out. But what do we gauge from that? Does it say something about her? Not necessarily. I think it says more something about China. Oh, this is something. All right, let's talk about her. The Trickster Eileen GU. GU. She's a trickster. She said in an interview, I took a big risk in trusting myself, and I'm glad I did. I walk away as the most decorated free skier of all time, male or female. I have the most gold medals of any free skier ever. And that is something that I'm so proud of. I think this is in response to someone asking her, is it 2 silvers won or 2 golds lost? I've heard a lot of criticism about this question. I think that's a fair question. I mean, when you're the best skier in the world, you're expected to win. And when you don't win and you get second at the Olympics, unbelievable feat. I could only imagine, only dream of winning a medal at an Olympics. When you're the best in the world, you're expected to win. And when you don't win, do you feel like you could have done more? Understanding the psyche of these great athletes, I think, is one of the most amazing things in sports. I don't think that's a bad question. Do I think that's a bad response? It's not my favorite of her. It's very much like she's trying to prove to the world, hey, I'm the best, which she is. She's the most decorated. I think it's a good, okay question. Is it the best question? No. Is it the best response? It's a little defensive. I think she probably wanted to win. Just kind of getting into her thought process. Went on the Burnouts podcast. Since I journal a lot, I break down all of my thought processes. I think I apply a very analytical lens to my own thinking. And then ask why she's so smart. I'm always trying to modify. I'm always trying to think how I can be better. I can approach my own brain the way I approach my craft of free skiing, so that I can be better tomorrow. So that's interesting in the way she thinks. I think it's a good way of thinking. She also said in that, I think that's what a little bit misunderstood about me is, because my 3 things, like the fashion world, skiing, and school. So it's not like I wake up in the morning and like ski for 3 hours and then like go to my seminar in the afternoon and then go shoot a campaign at night. Oh, this is really interesting. So for example, if I'm training or I'm working out, that's a physical toll. But if I'm sitting in the classroom, my body's repairing itself. And if there is anything I can take from Eileen GU, it's 1, her vagueness in response to hard-hitting questions. She's unbelievable at that. 2, her ability to switch between things. And this, I think, perfectly encapsulates it. Really is like, you have to do what you love, and she's doing 3 things that she loves. My final opinion on Eileen GU is slightly above average. I think, yeah, I like her. She's chill. The Trickster chilly as fuck. I will only be referring to her as the Trickster. Yeah, but thanks for watching. I'm gonna have a sick outro after this. It's gonna be like, wow, I did not expect that to end that way. See ya, wouldn't wanna be ya.